Hey y'all, hey, welcome to another episode of Theories and Thoughts podcast with your hostess Anya. And
Fancy.
tonight we're recapping the month of September. So,
Stay tuned.
and we're live. Remember when live started coming on when they used to have the live and everybody be like, and we're live or something like that?
Yeah, faintly. I never really watch people live, so only like if it's somebody I'm working with a song. But I do faintly remember that.
I'm very, I don't like sitting and watching people lives either. So now when people don't watch ours, I'll be like, they just think it's a live. In most cases, but I have a lot of friends that go back and watch. They be like, oh, you watched the show? Let me tell you what happened to me today at the shoe store. Keontae, shout out to Keontae. Because tomorrow I have a photo shoot. I have a photo shoot with Kel Kel Podcast. Cal Sally Podcast. Bam. That's what it is. She has pantyhose. She has
Mm-hmm.
hosiery. She's from New Orleans. We went to high school together. Shout out to Erin. Um, the other half of Black Men with Beards.
Oh, okay.
So she has a photo shoot. I told her she can use my legs, these thighs. So I went to go find me some cute shoes real quick. And while I was in there, the lady, I started saying, because so many people walk up to me, no lie, and be like, I know you from somewhere. I've seen your face. Even in Maryland, one of the ladies was like, I've seen your face. But she's seen me from the podcast because Patrice was on the podcast. But I started just saying, oh, I'm an actress. So somebody walked up to me in the shoe store and was like, your face, why do your face look familiar? I said, I'm an actress. Just I was like, I'm an actress. And was moving along. She was like, no. And then she said Keontae. So Keontae is from New Orleans. She's one of my makeup artists, along with y'all know Autumn. Um, Keontae is my baby. She's one of the lady moguls. So shout out to her. It was just so funny. I think it was her sister. And she was like, no. And she was like, no, like I know you, like I've seen your face. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
But I legit have people walk up to me like that. I post today that God with modesty, I was a journalist then creative director. Somebody seen one of the magazines. This guy used to that I used to know, I you know and he was like, I seen you in a magazine. And I was like, what magazine? And I figured it was God with modesty because it's here in Texas, whatever. And he was like, you have to sign it. And I was like, cool. And it just made it lights a fire under me in a way, because it's like people will be seeing my stuff. I've had people, know swag her and seeing something that I may have written. So I don't know, So I'm just gonna be like, I'm an actress. I'm
Yeah.
an
Well, I'm certain it would though, because you're being recognized. So that's a good thing.
mm-hmm. This isn't wine. So I've taken a liking to Crown Peach. And I'm not really drinking cold drinks right now. I'm doing intermittent fasting, 8 p.m. to 12. So I had to try to hurry up and eat before we came on here. 8 p.m. to 12 noon. And so I'm trying not to drink anything that has a lot of sugar.
Okay.
So I am drinking ice sparkling water with my because it has zero sugar. With
You and them sparkling ice things, cause remember you bought them, and then everywhere we went, y'all, Anya was telling people about them doggone water bottles.
listen, I be
I don't know if you said Kroger's, Winn Dixie, somewhere.
Kroger,
Okay,
Kroger.
yeah,
I tell people about anything I find. We're gonna have to start getting sponsorship for the stuff I find. We're gonna reach out to them before and be like, we're gonna talk about y'all on the podcast. This and third. So this week, just said and sparkling ice. See, thank you, Khadijah. Don't be talking about me fancy.
also this is a thing. Okay, and
I
hey,
didn't
Khadijah.
know. I
I've never heard of that. Well, yeah, I have water tonight. I took like 3 weeks of some peach Amsterdam that I had found that had been in a gift bag. I was just like, I need to unwind some kind of way. I did not make it to the store because normally I'll try to go buy my wine the day of, when I know we have this episode, but I didn't make it to Walmart today. And I just didn't feel like it. I don't know.
it's all right. Well, I'll start off with my weekend, unless you want to go.
No, you can go.
I always throw it to you, so I was like, I'll try something different today. I don't know. And so today, this weekend, I went. I feel like I did something Thursday, Wednesday. I went to a comedy show Wednesday. Shout out to my little sis Avi Mack. Finally got to see her. It was Why Women Trip comedy show. Had some dynamic ladies out there, but Avi stole the show. I'm not biased, she's just good. How about that? It was so much fun because I finally got to, see her perform. If you're on my Anya TM Davis page, you will see a little bit of her routine. I did put a little bit up. And Nisha dancing because she was like, somebody get this dance. So I got that. So there's a whole post about that. Thursday I went to Maryland. Let me tell you something. My brother came here. So my brother came to Dallas. I've never lied about it. My brother is in rehab. My brother was an addict. Is an addict. He's a recovering addict at the moment. So he was in rehab and he came here early Thursday morning. Girl, my laptop wouldn't work in Waffle House, so I just didn't work that until I had to drop him off. So dropped him off, got home. Suzanne's radio show is at 11. Excuse me, her radio show is at 11. So I got home about 10 o'clock. Okay. So 11 o'clock, I'm looking for her. So we got to do her show. Bam, we about to do her show. Then I look on my email for work and we have a skip level meeting with one of the top managers in house because she was down here. So I don't work in the office on Thursdays because I'm engineering this radio show. So I had to get up, put on some clothes. After all of that, put on some clothes because the skip level was at 105. I don't know why she put stuff on fives or whatever. Then my manager messaged me and he was like, "Oh, Anya." He didn't tell me I had to go in. I just felt like I needed to go in because the lady was here from Jersey and I had seen her Tuesday. So, girl, then he messaged me. He said, "Oh, they're going to have pizza." So I'm like, okay, I got to get there for lunch because then if I'm not there for lunch and then I come for the meeting, it's going to be like, where you was, So I got home at 4 o'clock and then I started to pack. My flight was leaving at 7:45.
Wow.
So I just threw some stuff in a day. Shout out to my friend Patrice. Patrice has been on the show. She turned 40 on Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. So I spent the weekend in Maryland with her and her best friends and family, and it was just so dope. Suzanne's been on the show. Suzanne was like, "Don't take no work with you. Like, really, just try to unwind and relax and allow yourself to just take it all in." Patricia's bought $1 million property, so like, just taking in just everything of it all. Celebrate my friend and where I want to be in life. And, I'm watching her do her thing. I'm like so excited, and then being around other women that's doing it. And I am so blessed to have the circle that I have. I feel like all my circle is like a bunch of go-getters. Like we all doing it. Like we doing it. It may not feel like it, but we doing it. We all doing it. We all just making things happen. And I just got inspired. I need to talk to you about that reminds me, I need to talk to you about something I posted on my page. See if you want to collaborate with that. But it just does my heart good whenever I'm around that type of energy. And so then I got home Sunday night and now I'm here. So that was my weekend. I had a very, very, very good weekend. So no complaints. What about you? Homework?
Well, let me just hi Facebook user. I know sometimes it doesn't show because whenever I'm posting stuff on here, it doesn't seem to show. Hi Benny. I see they said hey. So
You can say unwind too.
yeah,
Yeah,
sorry. Hey
I'm so
Keith.
sorry, Keith.
I think he was saying it when you said you had your did you say it's Crown Royal?
Yes, Crown Royal.
Well, I'm trying to even remember what I did. I would say I actually had a weekend kind of off, at least or a day off, like not even no, I take that back. Okay, so Friday, I did actually kind of have an evening off because hey Sharona, because I didn't have any homework to complete. So that was a good thing, and it just seemed like I was already kind of like just thinking about the stuff that I still had to do though, like work wise over the weekend. So I had my aunt's funeral on Saturday. That was, that's actually the second funeral I've been to in my life. So it was different, I guess you say. Like it really made me think like about if you don't have people that's close to you in your life, you know what I mean? Like you may not really have a lot of people to attend your funeral. And I've thought of that before, but I kind of with my aunt, what I really looked at is just how many people would be at her house though. Like you come over there anytime, it's gonna normally be she's gonna have some type of guest or something. So I'm not gonna lie, I felt some kind of way. I kind of almost wanted to post on Facebook because I was just thinking to myself, all these people that used to be at my auntie house eating her food or using up her stuff or whatever the case may be, and then only two friends actually showed up, and then it was like some family members, but they're just kind of something. And then of course, I mean, it's a funeral, so I was also kind of disappointed because a lot of my family members did not show up. And it just kind of made me look at the state of my family. I know it's something that I even wrote about in the book that I co-authored, which by the way is supposed to be receiving an award or something, or has been nominated for something. Yeah, they didn't update us on that, but I am happy to see that, because I feel like I had a strong chapter in there, so that is a good thing that's took place. But Sunday I just worked, like, and I've just been working. I'm just really trying to get through this season, y'all. It's really been a lot. It just seems like I'm just so ready for December. I don't know what to do. But the time going by fast, and I'm thankful for that. But it just seems like every day I'm just like, oh my God, I got another day of this, and then I got another day of this. Yeah. So my weekend just it wasn't anything exciting. I didn't even do any reels because normally I try to do my reels on Sunday. I just and then Instagram for some reason I have been trying to post this reel since Thursday, and it's still when I post. I've tried contacting them, and I'm kind of upset about that because I shared it on my Facebook, but on my Instagram I had it broken down more, like with it really told a story more so,
Mhm.
and I hadn't been able to share that. So yeah, that's kind of and I'm trying to hire a junior publicist right now. So I've been trying to I hadn't really interviewed anybody. Someone reached out and I was like, okay, thank y'all. I'm seeing the congratulations. Thank you. And I see also congrats, don't worry, we'll make it. Okay. But I don't know. People just so weird nowadays. It's really hard. I know we talk about the great migration and everything, and I'm all for it. But then some people gotta work. You know what I mean? Like everybody can't be a boss because then things don't work. Like, so as far as I had a lot of people to apply, but most of them were like social media managers and not really on the publicist end. And I'm like, I don't need another social media manager. I already have one. But then even Obsession over the weekend brought it to my attention, like, hey, we might do need somebody to be working on the weekends because a lot of content has to go out then still. So it's just been like we have so many different things going on, and I'm just tired as shit, really. But I mean, I'm here. So that's our weekend. I'm already looking forward to this weekend, really.
I mean, and that's okay. Like we have to be okay with I'm tired of shit. I'm tired of shit, and look, I'm tired. I'm not in a good mood. I'm not in the best mood. Look, this is what's happening, and I'm getting hit with a bunch of stuff. Like acknowledge that and feel our way through it, because I feel like whenever we push it underneath the rug, we have to later go back underneath that rug and get it out. So you're dealing with it twice, opposed to just dealing with your shit, taking a moment, and then going forward.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So moving on. This caught my attention. Jordan Wood husband, not husband. I'm speaking that thing in existence. At first, I thought it was Lori Harvey. At first, I
Oh,
thought it was Lori Harvey. And then I was like, oh, that's Jordan. Okay, Jordan. Jordan Woods Boo is going to put money, what it was, four businesses?
two.
Two businesses. It said that I know that you have some things that you're working on, and I'm going to back your businesses. That is the greatest gift ever. Listen, that is the greatest gift ever that you can do for me. Is invest in my business, especially as my spouse. That means you believe in me. That means that you really feel like these are some great ideas, and that's so bomb for me. And when we were discussing, talking about this story, it made me think about Young Miami and Puffy. Like, yeah, that's not her boo. I mean, well, that's her boo, but they're not in a committed relationship. However, he gifted her a talk show. And I like the talk show. I'm not gonna lie. I absolutely enjoy it. Like Young Miami has this thing about her and understanding her story, her loyalty. Like you can say whatever you want about that girl, but that girl is loyal. She is loyal. She could have took when JT went to jail. She could have said, "I'm gonna shoot the deuces and I'm gonna create my own thing."
Yeah.
So your thoughts?
Well, I really thought it was a really nice gift, and it made me think about, like, I don't know, I don't really know him, the boyfriend. I don't really know her, but like when everything happened with this Tristan Thomas, whatever his name is, stuff. Then I was, kind of, she got on my radar. So what am I trying to say? That it's that he's younger is what I was thinking. And I was like, there's some younger dudes out here really be, doing different things. Now Diddy, on the other hand, is older. So maybe it's just the men right within our age group or something. It's just not hitting on nothing. I don't know. I mean, like if you can get gifts like this in your 20s, and I don't know. And it just make you think like, damn, I've been working since I was 16. What's somebody gonna say, hey, I got you on, just I take a bill. You don't have to even you don't have to buy me a business, just you know what I mean? Like, but like nobody seems to think that way. I mean, but then at the same time, you see all these other couples that are out here, and I don't know, we don't know what all is going on with them. And I have to remind myself of that quite often, because lately, as I've just kind of been going through my little single season, I'm looking at people, and I will say, because at first I used to hate to see couples, and then now I just feel like, oh, that is so cute. And, and I'd be happy for them. But at the same time, I'd be like wondering, like, so where is this, like, where y'all finding these people at? Because it's not the normal places. But then you see so many people that talk about how they met on social media. So I don't know.
But after watching the Jeffrey Dahmer movie, I'm like, I don't want to meet nobody. I'm running background checks. Listen, I'm trying to see something. But no, seriously. So, y'all, let me tell y'all, I text my best friend while I was in Maryland. And I said, if he ain't making 90K, I can't be bothered.
I don't
If
blame
he if he not making 90K, I can't be bothered. And she was like, well, every man that you're meeting lately is talking about how busy you are. I said, a man that's making 90K ain't gonna worry about how busy I am.
he gonna be busy himself.
Exactly. But I don't feel like I'm that damn busy. Yes, on paper. Why 90?
Yeah, I was like, we need to know some of these kind of comments, but I do see Brandy XY90.
Why 90? I don't know. That was something I just picked out the air.
Really, I was thinking 100 at least.
Let's do 100.
Like
So 100.
just myself, because I was thinking about this the other day. I did see this video where this girl said that like she couldn't date a man. They asked her if she could date a man that made 45K a year, and she was like no, because her engagement ring would cost 4 times that. I don't need an engagement ring that costs 4 times that.
I don't
But I
need
do need somebody that at least make 100K, because otherwise we can't really do the things that I like to do.
exactly.
But I'm not gonna lie, I don't even make 100K. Not myself, not a business does, but for me personally, I don't. But I'm working towards that. But I don't see me trying to because I just even realized in my last relationship, like he couldn't afford me. I don't think.
And that's the thing. Like I'm close to 90K on my full-time job. So let's add business stuff into that. So maybe that's why I say 90K, because I'm not there yet, but it's higher than me. And that brings up a big topic right there. How much do I, people be like, love, and yeah, he could grow. I need somebody that's already grown, that's already working. I'm 41. Like, I can't use a fixer upper. A fixer upper just won't work for me because because I need you to be already, because that's going to take my energy to help you grow what you got going. Now I can help support you and help move you along just like you help move me along. But if I'm here and we got to take classes, I mean, just all those different things, it's a lot. And I don't want to miss out on love, but I just don't feel like my husband makes 30,000.
Yeah, I see somebody did say so. Somebody's gonna miss out on love. I think it's because they understand what it takes to grow a few bags and won't get his ego bruised. I agree with that. That also does play a part in things.
Definitely. And
Because
it's not competition. I'm tired of being competition. I'm okay with a man making more than me. I'm quite all right with that. But if you make it 40, I'm sorry, I cut you off, didn't I?
no, you're good.
I'm sorry. If you make it 40, 45, 50, honestly, like the things that I want to do, like, and then let's add children to the equation. And that's okay to have children. But then you add children to the equation and you have your child support and all of that. So we looking at that, and it's like I want to take a trip, but I can't because your ego gonna be bruised if I'm always paying for the trips. We
Yeah.
got to deal with that. And I'm tired of the competition. Like I need I want somebody to come take care of me. I plan on retiring in
I
6 years from
wouldn't be
corporate.
always paying for no trips either, though.
I mean that too, right? But I plan on retiring from corporate America in 6 years and let my businesses grow for me. So I need a husband who understands I don't want to work in corporate America the rest of my like I want to do something different. Yes, I have a degree. Yes, I can do these different things, but I want to grow and build and grow and build. That's different. I watch men support their wives. Like, I watch this. I watch that. Like they glow different. That's what I want.
And they do, because really, and I don't know if I talked about this not long ago, but I was just looking at because I have some close people close to me that are married, that are men, and I'm just like, it just really seemed like wives don't be having to pay for anything. Like they do what they want to do with their money. Now I have heard of instances where it's like, they might split stuff or whatever. But for the most part, most of the men that I know, their wives, their money is their money, and I'm just like, I just haven't been able to find it. But I also seem to, just be honest, like, and I have really been like in this single season and just time of reflection, been like, I attract some bombs. I don't know. So I don't know what it is. I honestly don't. If you look at it like from an empath, I see the good in people, things like that. But I can't keep doing it. So really, I'll just have to wait. If I miss out on love, then
I'm just
you
gonna miss
know,
you for love.
I mean, people die alone every day. I'd much rather do that than to be sitting around. I'm definitely not supporting nobody. Ain't no way. I mean, I got 3 kids of my own. So ain't no way I'm about to be supporting no man. I mean, I will help you, but support definitely not. And then also, like you said, I'm not really in the mood for anybody that like you need to already come kind of put together or something, like for the most
Um,
part. Let me just put the battery in your pack or something. I don't even need to do that because you need to already be a self-motivated person. Like I like men that know what they want and have no problem with going out pursuing it, that actually take action. And it just feels like I just run across people that are just full of dreams. And I'm a dreamer too, but I get shit done. So
and
like,
there's a
you
difference.
know what I mean? Like I need you to match me on that.
So that last comment.
So what do you want to do?
Okay, so I have a podcast. Monetize it. If I didn't work all the day, if I didn't work all day, I could be pouring more into this podcast. I do media production. Production of we co-produce this podcast. We co-produce our talk show as well. I have a brand management company, and I manage clients. I could put more into my clients if I didn't work a full-time job. What else I do? I do confidence coaching. I can have more clients if I didn't work a full-time job. I sell my lashes, and I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing something. So just know that I have goals and I have dreams, and I'm already working in them. So it's not just a pipe dream or something that I'm not working. Oh, I act. I also act. I'm also in class right now for voiceover and audiobook training. So you ask me what I want to do. Those are things I want to do, and things that I
I want
am
some
doing.
passive streams of income, me personally. I
Mhm.
want some land and some real estate. I want some passive income. I don't want to like you said you want to retire from corporate America in 6 years. I want to definitely be out of the position whereas I don't go into office every day anyway. And that's why when people be like, oh, do you want to get an office location? I'm like, for what? You know, I'm introverted. I'm a homebody. I don't mind it. But I don't want to have to wake up every day and have to do those important tasks that I normally have to do. You know, I want to be in a position whereas I pay somebody else to do all that stuff. You know, you run this and I just look over reports. That's where I would like to be in life, you know? And
And
really I would be happy being like, hell, I mean, my kids are grown, but I'm open to having another kid and just being a soccer mom or some shit like that. Like that would really interest me. I would like to know what that's like because I've never experienced it, you know. I feel like I've done all the hard stuff myself by myself and I didn't really get any of the joys of motherhood, you know. I didn't really get to enjoy or embrace that and I don't really like that, but I know it might be something I have to just die with because I may not get another opportunity. So those are just my thoughts on things, but I definitely don't want to be just working as hard as I'm working right now. And that's why when people ask me if I want to get an MBA, I'm like, I have no interest. I have no interest in going back into a classroom. Like it's just not. It's enough for me because I
and
feel like I'm in jail right now.
really,
Yes.
I mean, I look at it like this. Everybody has their own thing that they want to do. I've done, like you say, I've done the hard work. I've done the heavy lifting. I have worked for myself before I started working at Bank of America 20 years ago. Um, I can, I, I got distracted with that comment just now. So, I was working for myself, solely for myself before I started at Bank of America, but my business went under. I was immature and I didn't know business. I know business now. I'm more mature and I can handle things now. So now I'm at a point where I can, do those different things and everything. So I want to see how it feels to be that entrepreneur again, solely depend on my businesses and work towards what I want to work, wake up in the morning when I want to wake up in the morning. I don't feel like my business is, well, it is hard work, but it's not as hard as I have to go punch this clock. I gotta be there at 7 o'clock. I get off at 3:30. If there's something, I'm salary. So if there's something that that I need to get done, I'm gonna stay late and get it done. I'm not on the clock. But I also have the ability to leave early if I want to. Because I am salary, or take a half a day and not count it as a half a day. Because I am salary, won't be dinged for my vacation or whatever. So, I just look at things like that. To answer that follow-up question, no, that's why I want to quit my job. But that's why I am working. I have a goal of 6. The question is, so combined, can you end your job now? No, because I work so much, and I was feeding other things and not the things that I really wanted to feed. So now I'm in a position that I'm feeding those things. I'm getting the tools that I need to do the things that I want to do. Will I retire in 6 years? I don't know. That's my goal. That's my thing, and I want to make over 100,000 on my businesses in order to retire. At because I still want to have my lifestyle. I don't want to go to make it 30,000 or 40,000 or 50,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
When I have a certain lifestyle, I like to travel. I like to buy things when I want to buy things. I want to do the things that I want to do. So those that's the thing. But back to the subject, like I said, I absolutely love the fact that he's gonna support her businesses. Like I said, going back to Young Miami and Diddy, they're not in a committed relationship, but he showed that he has interest in her dreams. I salute that. Salute to all partners that are supporting their partners, whatever the endeavor is. And we're not saying we won't support our partner. We're like, come with more than just the foundation. Right?
Yeah.
Like, be moving forward.
All right. Well, here is the. Why does this look different? It looks different to me. Here's the commercial, guys.
Really want to kill. Like, okay, well, why are you here with me?
Right.
Like we do need men, and I had a chance to just talk to her and tell her, and she was like, well, you do it all this, that, and third. And I say, I have to.
Drop the mister. Just call me Rick.
Hey, Rick.
Okay. Hey, girl.
I don't need nothing, no, sis.
You don't need to work on that. Maybe this right here. You good.
Because this, so, fans. What the Well, thank y'all for joining us for this episode of Theories and Thoughts Deep Dive.
All right. I was going to our Instagram page because I forgot to write down our guest for this week. So our guest for this week was the first guest was Artrice L. Strong. She talked about when aging. She had posted a video on her page, and it was people. The comment was that men with age, men value increase and women values decrease. So we talked about when aging does men's value increase while women's value decrease, which was a really good conversation. She stated that she did not agree with the statement. That's what she was saying. She didn't agree with the statement, and we didn't agree with the statement either, because both people values increase, and because you know more, you have more knowledge, you're in a different place in life.
Yeah, I was trying to think back to that conversation. It was a good conversation. There's nothing really that I can pull from it right now. And I'm sorry, I guess it's just me having this week. But you were saying these are the guests for the month that we've had for the month, just to correct that.
Okay.
But it was something else I was gonna say, but I don't even remember what it was. I don't know. But yeah, it was a good topic.
All righty. So moving on, we had Brittany Darkton. She talked about living with PCOS. I have on my shirt, I wear I wear teal for me, PCOS awareness. I do have PCOS. Ooh, I be hoping I don't fall out this chair. I do have PCOS. We talked about that. We talked about Brandy has a beard. She grows a beard. Brittany, not Brandy. Brittany grows a beard. And she have a beard. She talked about how she controls it, how her mom, her sister, and her sister has it. And she's the one who has the full beard. They don't have a full beard. We talked about different things that PCOS affects. Um, Hormones, mood swings, blood pressure, diabetes, things like that. She even talked about how she knows the different when she drinks something, um, her urine when she gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah, how to count your bladder.
Yeah, so that was really, 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 really interesting.
Yeah, actually, like, although we've had a PCOS discussion before, maybe several, but one thing that I admire her for just kind of like admitting to and just saying, she had to learn to have a tough skin and kind of like not necessarily laugh at herself or joke, but like, be the jokester because she already knew that those sort of things were coming. And I really applaud her for just saying that because oftentimes people will be like, oh no, I'm not like this because of that, but like we can tell, we can kind of pick up on the reason why you kind of have this defense mechanism up. But she didn't really have a defense mechanism. It was more so like a counter defense or something, I don't know. And I thought that that was a good thing, but also just how she was explaining that with PCOS, like how initially they didn't know how to diagnose her. And I thought that was a very kind of scary situation, just how they were just basically, it seemed like suggesting that she try different things without, providing her with the right test and so on. So I think her story may have hit home with a lot of women, but also really educated a lot of people on PCOS as well.
I think it did. It made me empathetic even more so because sis had a beard in high school.
No, when she said that about the like when her cycle would be on, how she'd have to be, bent over walking and everybody would know that. Like that
Right.
just sounds like hell.
Like everybody knew when her cycle was. That is awful. And I thought I was bad with having to watch what, look at your clothes and different things, but to be bent over. So we're thankful that she came on to tell her story, her PCOS story, and we're always talking about PCOS because a lot of people don't talk about it. I actually seen her on TikTok and she was talking about it, and she was talking about how a man asked her, was she a man? And I think as an adult, not I think I know as an adult, excuse me, I've become more sensitive to people. I've become more sensitive to disabled people. Sometimes when you see somebody that may be disabled or whatever, not to laugh or, something that you would have thought about when you was more immature or what have you. So
I think I've always kind of been that way though. Like I've always just been that person that some kind of way made friends with people that were oftentimes the underdogs in school, just yeah.
right.
So but I get what you're saying though,
I probably would have been her friend just because I would have wanted to protect her. But when you think about a woman, you all woman, and you have this beard, like how it affects you. Like, why can't I be normal? And sometimes people want to, who have a disability or have something wrong with them. They're like, why can't I be normal? I know with my PCOS, I used to think about that, even going into and I need to stop saying one of my girlfriends told me stop saying my. So with PCOS, even with freezing my eggs, when I was gonna freeze my eggs, I was like, why would this even be an option? Why can't I be a normal woman? And if I decide to have a baby, conceive just like that, opposed to having to possibly freeze my eggs because this is what's going on with my body. But one thing I've learned as a woman, nothing is normal. Everybody has something, even though they may not talk about it. Since we've been talking about PCOS, we've had the podcast, as I said, 3 years. 3 years. We made 3 years on it was Friday. No, Saturday. Um we've talked about it several times. I know at least 3, 4 times. Every year we talk about it.
I think 3.
3. And then we even had a series on it. So I've talked to a lot of women who have it. That's what I was going to say, because we constantly talk about it. So then they talk about it and speak out about it. So I'm thankful for our platform. You wanted to add anything?
No.
Okay. Last week we had Ashley Shaw. I can't pronounce her middle.
I think she said Christian.
Ashley Shaw. She talked about dyslexia. Being dyslexic. And she didn't find out until after she finished college. And she was diagnosed. As I've said, I am, but I'm not diagnosed. I just diagnosed myself because I knew going to college and having a major of special education, I seen all the signs in myself for dyslexia. And I knew that I was dyslexic. But dyslexia is her superpower. She does
Consulting
on a big level. And again, you can either let your disability say who you are, or you can say who you are to your disability and to the world, and that's why a lot of people walk around and people don't know that they have a disability, because they don't use it as a crutch.
Yeah. I was most impressed with her ability to take that weakness and turn it into a strength. How she learned what her strengths are once she was diagnosed, and that allowed her to be able to go on and open her own business. And I thought that was really cool, because like you just said, oftentimes our disabilities or people's disabilities can hinder them, but she found a way to make it work. But I think it's really neat how she came across that knowledge, and how she saw that, because the average person may not see that. Just,
Right.
Like, hey, because I have lacked this, I'm stronger now in this. And I really love to know more about like what type of clients that she works with, but she was an interesting guest though.
She was. This month was a very was a really good month, especially with guests. As always, we have some really dope guests. As I stated, we celebrated 3 years. I don't know why it feels like more, why it feels like longer. It was 3 years, right?
It's 3.
2019 we started. So yeah, because because we had Jay on twice in 2020. I was like, did we? So that's all I got. You got some more?
No, just if you all have been enjoying the podcast this evening, you all can give us some stars. We do now have stars on the Swagger page, so I think they're like 99 cents or something. You all can donate to the cause, because right now, as you all see, we run this podcast without any advertisement. I actually just made a commercial saying that we can advertise your brand, but for some reason the system is not allowing me to upload it this evening. So with that being said, you all are always welcome to do that. Thank you, Urban Pucker. And it looks like you're watching from YouTube, so we appreciate that.
So they didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for from joining us. If you've missed anything this month, if one of the topics interests you, you can go to www.swagher.net and find out more about that. The videos are uploaded there for you to see the recap. If not, you can go to Spotify. If you don't want to watch it visually, you can go to Spotify. We do have a Theories and Thoughts podcast page on there, or even Apple Music, anywhere that you find your podcast. You or listen to your podcast. That's what I wanted to say. Anywhere you listen to your podcast, you can go and find our podcast. So Our hearts and mind are clear. Like at church. We're gonna end a little bit early tonight. We're done with our topics and we're done with the recap. So thank you guys again for joining us. I am Anya T.M. Davis. You can find me at www.ladyceo.com. Lady is spelled with an I. I can be reached at ARNYA at ladyceo.com. Also, I have a link tree that is Lady CEO. Um, I am in two play. I am a play on December 4th at 7 p.m. And also the movie that I am in. I was about to say starring in. I'm not starring in it. I'm a somebody in the background. Well, not really in the back. I have speaking roles in both. In the movie, also the movie premiere will be December 3rd. I meant to tell you that too. He posted that. He posted it'll be December 3rd at 4 o'clock. That's what they're aiming for Love and Drugs 3. So I don't know if I was supposed to say that, but I said it. So I'm really excited for both of them to be on the same weekend. So if I have people that's coming from out of town, they can come and see both. So I'm like really excited about that because last year I told my mom that I wanted to get into acting and back in my acting bag, and here I go.
I remember you saying that. Yeah, you really have. You've been doing it. Everything, you've been doing it. I was looking at myself the other day and saying, that I've been doing everything that I told my ex I was going to do. That he seemed to have thought that was too much. So I'm very proud of myself right now.
Okay.
You guys can find everything Swagger Magazine as Swagger Magazine on all platforms, including TikTok, which we're trying to get more into. And then you all can find me. Everything is Fancy Swagger, but my link tree is Fancy Thoughts. Also, I just want to note that we have some correspondents who are doing their own segments on the Facebook and Instagram page. Khadijah is one of them that was on earlier. I don't know if she's still on or not, but we haven't got Khadijah's stuff together. But Khadijah will be having her own segment soon on one of the platforms. On Sundays, we have the Sunday setup with Don Rothwell or Don Michelle, as she goes by Don Michelle. That is at 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then on Mondays, every other Monday, there is Keisha KB Green with Views from the Swagger Tower, and that is at 6 o'clock Eastern time on Mondays. So we have the flyers in rotation. I just want to make certain that you guys are supporting them. We also have about 3 to 4 more that we need to roll out that we just haven't finished. But in case you all are just looking for some other interesting segments to watch on our page, you can always watch those. And the same way, whether it be on Instagram or on Facebook. And if you're watching on Facebook, like I said, you all can give us stars here. And then also we have our client, Dr. Laquita Munley, who goes live on Mondays and Wednesdays. So she'll be going live tomorrow again at 9 o'clock in the morning. And she gives a really good word. She's very well spoken. She's talks about kind of like biblical principles, but she shares tools that you can use in life to help you grow. So she does those every Monday and Wednesday at 9 a.m. So you guys can check her out as well. I think that's everything.
So that's dope. Remember to follow us on Instagram, The Reason Thoughts Brand on Instagram. I think that's it. So we're going to holler at y'all a little bit later.
Peace and blessings.